Well, it was a big night for us here last night as we revealed our big special guest during our Super Bowl ad.
It was a lot of fun. Now, if you missed it or you saw it and you want to see it again, here it is.
WRAL News Talent Search.
Let's take you to breaking news with our new reporting team.
Oh, no.
Let's go to weather. It's not even hurricane season.
Did anybody check their references?
Let's go to Live Center.
I feel very secure in my position.
Has anybody heard from the breaking news tracker?
Get the cat off the desk.
All right, let's cue talent.
Who let these two in the same studio?
Well, that's going to be a problem.
We got this.
Thank you, guys. In the news tonight.
WRAL News, most watched, most trusted, most spirited.
Dadgum, it's hot in here.
And once he changed out of that costume, you had a chance to speak with Roy Williams.
I did. We talked about a number of things, from his future aspirations to the state of the game today and his most cherished memories as a basketball coach. Here's a look at that interview that you'll see only on WRAL.
I really thought I had the job.
Don't worry, Coach. You'll get him next time.
At 72, Roy Williams is comfortable in his own skin.
Would you have done this 5 years ago?
It would have been harder then.
18 months into retirement, donning the Ramesses costume to benefit cancer research is easier now.
It sounded really silly and sort of crazy, and I said, that's right down my alley. I'm retired now. I don't care. 5 years ago, I was afraid to give away 2 hours because I thought somebody else was going to be working during that time.
Have you coached your last game?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I sat on the bench with my son watching my grandson play the other night. I was keeping stat thing for him, but I've had one or two people reach out to see if I'm done, and it's not my life. It's not the first thing I think of in the morning. It's not the last thing I think of at night. It's not involved in any decision I make, whereas for 48 years, coaching was involved in every decision I made.
Williams had fantastic success in his sport, reaching 900 wins faster than any other Division I men's coach, to go along with 8 ACC championships, 3 national championships, and a slew of Coach of the Year honors. And
I miss it tremendously. I mean, it's hard to particularly sit there and watch our games. I'm squirming in my seat and I want to yell at the referee or yell at a player or something like that.
The game he has loved most of his life has changed dramatically in the last few years, with name, image, and likeness, and the transfer portal.
NIL, I'm sort of on the fence because, we did need to make it better for kids. I still go back, Peyton Manning's a friend, in his last year at Tennessee, they sold something like 50,000 jerseys with Manning name on the back at $56 a clip, and he didn't get a cent. That's not right. But we're going over a little more now, it's every kid in junior and high school has got an agent. And, you have to talk about how much money you can make. And I'm old school, and that's not what I think college athletics should be. The transfer portal, I don't mind a kid transferring. I do believe that you make a commitment, you ought to be tough enough to handle a little adversity, though, instead of coach yelling at you on Saturday at game day in the middle of a football game and you transfer on Monday. I think that's sort of stupid.
He doesn't think they've ruined college sports just yet, which he believes will always be measured by what happens on the field or on the court.
When North Carolina and Duke play, when North Carolina and North Carolina State play, it's still the Tar Heels against the Wolfpack, and it's still the Tar Heels against the Blue Devils, and it's who's going to play the best that night. And I'm getting cold chills even talking about that, because that's, to me, what college athletics is about.
After all those years and all those players and championships, his favorite memories as a coach may surprise you.
I loved practice. And I loved getting after them, and I loved seeing them improve. I loved the relationships, and today's kids, they've always got the earplugs in and everything, and that didn't bother me. I'd walk up behind the kid and say, if you would turn around and say hello, I'll give you $100, and they'd just keep walking. I'd mess with them all the time, but it was the greatest thrill for me every single day, because I loved it.
In my interview with Coach Williams, I asked him about the relationship he had off the court with former Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski. You may have heard part of it at 4 o'clock. You can hear the rest of his answer and the entire interview in the WRAL Daily Download podcast. It's available in Apple Podcasts or at WRAL.com. Just search podcasts. And for you Duke fans, don't worry, you can listen to Deborah's extended interview with Coach K on that podcast or online as well.
They share some similarities in that they were both so relaxed in how they were able to talk to us now.
Well, you have 48 years at 100 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
It's got to be a shock to the system, but
I
you're
think,
right. There's
like
silver
Coach
lives.
said, it's like he was worried giving up 2 hours that he was going to be out-coached, out-manned, out something by someone else working harder.
Out-recruited? Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of pressure.
It is.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's an exciting interview. The coach was very candid.
it was
Go
great.
online, you can see it.